Yeah, what is up there guys, this is Cobb and Endwalker is fast approaching, so you know what, I thought I'd make a happy little video talking about all of the things that I, at least, am extremely excited to see go down in Endwalker. Most of these probably won't happen, let's be real, but I'd love to hear what you guys think as well. What are you guys looking forward to in Endwalker down below in the comments? What did I miss? Let me know. But let's begin with Fandaniel's painful death, you know what I'm saying? Not really, it would be nice right now to see him die horribly, screaming, having failed his mission to just end fucking everything. But what's more than likely going to happen, we're going to learn a lot more about this guy. I believe that the writer has already described her favourite character in Endwalker as Fandaniel himself. And he must get so much development, you know? That makes me so goddamn hyped. So while right now I do want this guy to die so horribly, gruesomely, I might later come to regret this wish. You know what I'm saying? The writers have a way of making us give a damn about our characters, man, is all I'm saying, right? I don't want to underestimate them. Watch, man, God, by the time Endwalker's finished, Fandaniel's gonna be like my favourite character or something, you know? But right now, at least, maybe it's just because he has Asahi's face. I don't know how much that has to do with it, but I can't be alone in this and want to see this guy, man, perish. Next up we have emet-selch somehow making an appearance. I can't be alone in this again, surely not, man. I put the safest ones at the beginning of the video, right? We all want to somehow see emet-selch again. His voice appears in like the gameplay trailer that was released, you know, a few weeks back, and it's all kinds of, it's like the ending of the Ascian arc and stuff like that, right? The Hydaelyn Ascian thing. There's no goddamn way that we're not going to get to at least see him again. Maybe in a flashback or like an unlocked memory or something like that, right? So moving swiftly on, because I feel like that one's a pretty safe bet, right? We have Alice and Alfie re-encountering their father. What was he called? Fortune or something like that, right? In Charlian, right? We gotta see them encounter each other again. My God, man, I was not prepared for the emotional gut punch that was that very first scene that we ever got, you know, between the twins and their father. My God, he just disowned the shit out of them. And while a lot of people are theorizing that, and it does make sense as well, or maybe he's trying to protect them somehow, he's trying to keep them away from doing a certain thing, and because he knows how dangerous, you know, the future really is going to be. I just can't help but think that there was a better way to do it, man. If that is the case, wasn't there a better way to do it? Wasn't there a more, like, earnest and honest way to do it? I don't know, dude. Maybe not, but I can't wait to learn more about this guy, honestly. I fucking hate his guts right now, but it's just because I feel bad for the little guys, man. For our little siblings, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, even more than being excited for, you know, the twins meeting up with Fortuno again, and just seeing how that goes down, I'm equally intrigued, if not more intrigued, by what the fuck's gonna go down when they eventually encounter their mother again. I don't know anything about Alice and Alfie's mother, but obviously she's still around, you know. Fortuno did reference her in that meeting briefly, you know, when they met with the twins, like their mother's still asking about them or something like that. I can't remember what he said, I just made that up. But yeah, man, I want to know what she thinks about all of this. What does she think about all this, man? Did the father elect to go attend that meeting, like in her stead? Like he was the one who was going to go do the deed to disown them? Because it almost felt like it had to have been planned. Why would he show up to the meeting just to turn them down, right? Like, you can say, oh, well, maybe he just wanted to just see his kids again, you know? But it's like he'd already made up his mind, really, that he was going to disown the shit out of them. Oh, what's up, Soph? I'm recording a video and I've totally lost track of what the fuck I was saying. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, whatever, man. Twins meeting up with the mother. I want to know what the hell's going down with that. Was she cool with Fortuno's plan? Man, we just know so little about her. Or at least I just know so little about her that I'm equally excited for that encounter. Next up, and maybe this is one that's just for me. Maybe nobody else is as excited for this, but I gotta see Fordola get her redemption, man. Everyone's saying that her death is like absolutely inevitable, but you know what, man? I thought fucking Thancred's death was absolutely inevitable. Thought like the entirety of shadowbringers, right? I was like, man, okay, this is it. Oh, well, it didn't happen in that quest. Okay, man. Next chapter of the MSQ, you know, well, this is it. He's not making it out against Ranjit, you know what I'm saying? No fucking way, but he survived every time, man. So, for all we know, Fordola might live, Fordola might live. And I hope that she does, but man, is she gonna have to end the shit out of that narratively, A lot of people point out in the comments, oh, why do you feel so bad for Fordola, man? She's a war criminal, she's a traitor, she's a blah blah blah, this and that, It's like, that's exactly why I want to see her get redeemed, man, because, God, she's got such a fucking hill to climb, you know what I mean? And she's just getting started, really. She's still very unwilling about it, I just think it would be such a monumental story to see this character claw and fight tooth and nail, to earn her soul back, to get her life back on the right track again, man, because goddamn did she fall to a very, very low place, And again, man, just because the death feels like it's on the cards for a character, like a lot of people talking about, oh, well, this is it. This is the expansion for one of the twins, People are referencing, like, Final Fantasy IV and stuff, I think, where there's, like, a couple of twin characters. Oh, it doesn't end well for those twins, Spoilers for Final Fantasy IV, if you haven't played it already. It's only been out, like, 30 years or something, I haven't even played it myself yet, but whatever, man. I just read that in the comments, some people are saying, ooh, it's gonna be, like, some parallels with that, So, maybe you guys are onto something. Maybe one of the twins will pop the clogs. I really fucking hope not. And honestly, I'm of the opinion that a lot of people are kind of metagaming it in the comments as well. A lot of you guys discussing, I've seen, where it almost feels so obvious. Like, the hints are so strong that one of the twins might not make it. And it almost feels so obvious that Fordola is gonna have to die to earn her redemption, that I'm almost inclined to just flip my opinion completely and say, like, there's no fucking way that Fordola and the twins are gonna die. Right? I don't know. Maybe we're just overthinking these things too much, but we're invested in the story, goddammit, we can't help ourselves, you know what I mean? I'm one of the people I know who's super, super invested in the MSQ, man. Can't help myself. Next up, I gotta know how we're gonna get our hands on a spaceship. Because apparently we're going to the moon. We also see like a PNG image, crazy graphic of a spaceship that briefly appears, or it looks like a spaceship. It looks like something from fucking Star Wars, in the gameplay trailer, in the launch trailer, for Endwalker. How the hell do we get our hands on that? We're gonna have to like excavate it. It's like an Allegan relic of some kind. Is Tataru just gonna become like an engineering god? And like, because this is way bigger than Sid is, like anything that Sid has ever done, you know what I mean? Like a spaceship on this scale. But dude, I want to be on a spaceship. I want to be on a spaceship, drinking tea with Y'shtola and Tataru, right? And maybe Krilly, because Krilly's a badass and he deserves a cup of cha. And looking out the window, man, at the goddamn stars. Looking down at like Eorzea and stuff at the star, Oh, man. It's just going to be grand. It's going to be fucking amazing, man. And the last thing I want to touch on, man. Actually, not the last thing. The second last thing I want to touch on. I think I'm leaving the best to last. Or the most contentious to last. So hopefully not many people make it to the end of the video, man. Because, oh, man, the comments will light up over this. Next thing I want to see personally, and it probably won't happen in Endwalker, but you know what? I want to see Reen, and Thancred reunite. I don't care how it happens. I don't care how impossible it is. I don't even care if it fucking destroys the law to make it happen. We gotta see it happen, man. We gotta see it happen. Like, if Thancred dies in Endwalker, right, which again, it's another person, people are saying, oh, his story arc is complete, is it Thancred's time? Well, his story arc was kinda wrapped up-ish, at least, in Shadowbringers. So it almost feels like he's on borrowed time right now. People are saying Y'shtola's on borrowed time as well, actually, which I kind of agree with. Oh man, no one is safe, the more I think about it. But I just think it would be so terrible and so awful and so, not in like a bad writing way, just in like a gut-wrenching way, to know that Thancred might die and Rini would never know about it. They never get to say like a final farewell. He'd never get to pat her on the head one more time, you know what I'm saying? So I know that's just me. Maybe I'm just worrying over nothing as we get into the final topic of this video. Things that we want to see in Endwalker, things that I want to see in Endwalker. And this is one of those things that I do and don't want to see. It's like, do we kind of low-key, secretly want someone to die? Is that crazy? Is that too controversial? But is it time? You know what I mean? Is it just time in the narrative for someone to die? Like, I know that Square talked about, or if someone at Square, some kind of briefing or like QA or something that was released, they actually said to not expect a Scion to die, right? You shouldn't go into an expansion thinking, oh, well, it's time for Alfie to go, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just... having expectations like that could harm your ability to actually enjoy the story, and you're going to view things much more critically and almost be disappointed if a character that you wanted to die doesn't die, or the character that you feels like it's their time, they should die now, it's there, and then they don't die, and you'd be like, ugh, the writers are cowards, you know, and you start having like these negative thoughts about the narrative rather than just enjoying the story for what it is. But on the flip side, there's something to be said about stakes in a story, you know, and you don't want to get the sense that people are just plot armored to shit, right? And you don't want to just get the sense that, well, you know, this is one of the main Scions, there's really no way that Tataru can possibly die, you know. There's just no fucking way. There's no way that Y'shtola can die. My god, man, she's cheated death like twice now, you know, in a lot of people's opinion. And even though Square obviously said that we shouldn't theorize about, you know, which Scions we think are going to die, people can't help themselves. People are talking all the time in videos like this one, talking about Endwalker and predictions for Endwalker and stuff. People are talking all the time about, oh, Thancred's arc is complete, like we've already said, and Y'shtola's on borrowed time, and one of the twins is going to die because of all the Final Fantasy IV references, and because of what Alfie said in the the pre-launch trailer, you know, the gameplay trailer. So that's like 3 people already that people have like their death cards. And I do think that part of these discussions is fueled by the fact that everyone has this innate sense that it's time in the narrative. It's time in the narrative to have some extremely devastating deaths, right? And I don't want to hear all this nonsense about, oh, well, this character can't die because then it would make this side raid in Stormblood irrelevant or something, you know? Like, I think that's crazy. Like, you can't just protect every single key character forever because they appeared in some side content in an expansion from like 5 years ago or something, you know? I think that's a pretty weak argument. And I've got to be honest, I do think someone's going to go, man. I think, honestly, a few people could go. I think it could be fucking devastating. Now, having said that, I do have absolute faith that even if no Scions die, this expansion is going to fucking kick the shit out of our fields, just like goddamn Shadowbringers did, right? There's no way that I'm going to enter this expansion not having faith in the writers, seeing what we've seen, you know what I'm saying? So whatever happens, I know it's going to be incredible. I know it's going to be great. But having said that, it's time. It's time, man. You know, we can't help ourselves. We're going to discuss it. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Might even toss a goddamn poll out in the week leading up to Endwalker, you know, when there's 3 or 4 days left, toss up a poll on the channel, who is dead, and just fucking list all the Scions and see what everybody thinks and really take the pulse of what you guys think, you know. It would be kind of interesting, so keep your eyes out for that, man. I think we'll go ahead and do that. But hey, what did I miss? What are you looking forward to in Endwalker in terms of the narrative, man? I know I talked about a lot of the story stuff. Maybe some of you guys just looking forward to new features, and that's that, you know what I'm saying? And just having new trials and stuff, and hey, maybe that's your thing. Either way, cheers for watching, everybody. Oh, before we go, I've recently started playing a little bit of Teamfight Tactics on the side, boys. I'm only playing normal games right now. I'm still learning. I'm still a massive noob. I don't even play League of Legends for more than 10 hours in my life, right? So a lot of this stuff is new to me, but I'm considering recording some things, man. I'm considering recording some stuff and maybe launching up a few TFT videos on the side as we kind of learn the ropes and begin our climb to Challenger, you know what I'm saying? So let me know if you guys would be interested in that kind of video. How many of you guys actually play TFT or have played, you know, auto chess games in the past? Might be interested in that kind of content. Do let me know. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Hope you all did enjoy this video. Hope you all are excited for Endwalker. And please don't go to war in the comments over which character you think is going to die and why and blah, 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 blah. Keep it civil, keep it friendly. Thanks, everybody. And I shall catch all of you guys just a tad bit later.